PSA, you need to go to Xur right now. This is the first Xur of Lightfall, and Bungie has not disappointed. Currently, he's located in EDZ in the Winding Cove in his one of 3 locations. The first exotic he has is Trinity Ghoul, which is an excellent exotic, but you could probably pass on this because most of you probably already have it. It is a really solid exotic and a lot of fun. The weapon that you're really going to want to grab is this first and last out with auto-loading Vorpal. We'll get to that in just a moment, though. The Knucklehead Radar is here with 65 overall stats, high discipline, high mobility. That's a decent roll of a very average exotic, or maybe even below average exotic. The Syntheseps, though, are one of the best Titan exotics, and this roll is almost perfect. No mobility, no intellect, everything in resilience, recovery, and discipline, and a little bit of strength. This is just perfect. I'm grabbing this right now for my Titan, and I'm a Titan main. Next up, we have the Claws of Ahamkara, which are an exotic Warlock Gauntlet that are always really nice because they give you an extra melee charge. This roll right here is, I'll say, kind of average because it has lower recovery and resilience than you probably want, and the mobility is a little bit of a throw, but it does have high strength, and you are trying to rock double melees, so probably a pretty solid roll for the majority of you out there watching this. Should probably grab that. The Ankylos's Hand Cannon is a 180 RPM hand cannon. We don't really use these in PvP or PvE right now. SMGs severely outclass 180s in both categories, PvE and PvP, so we'll probably pass on this, and it's not a very good roll. The Disparity is a craftable pulse rifle. Hopefully you've already crafted it. If you haven't, you can pass on this roll because it's not very good. The Extraordinary Edition with Overflow Rampage is actually a decent roll. I would use Overflow and One for All personally. That's the roll I have sitting in my vault, but the Overflow Rampage roll is not bad for ad clear and an overall pretty solid SMG if you want to snag that bad boy. We've got an Iota Draconis that has Cornered and Surplus, Liquid Coils, Particle Repeater, and we have Polygon Rifling and a Charge Time Masterwork. It's a decent fusion. I mean, fusions all kind of do roughly the same thing. It's got the slower charge time, and you might want to snag that bad boy for yourself, but it's definitely not a must-have. This is a must-have, though. This is an auto-loading Vorpal first and last out. It's got Fluted, Stability Masterwork. It doesn't have... we want the one that gives you a faster assault mag right here is what you want in here. It doesn't have that, but it's still just amazing. Grab that if you don't already have a god roll of that. He also has an interference with auto-loading and full court. It doesn't have spike though, so it's a little bit of a throw, but definitely a solid grenade launcher. Maybe snag that if you don't have one of those already sitting in your vault. And then lastly is a Lonesome with Grave Robber and Opening Shot. You can pass on this roll. This thing is going to be terrible. As far as armor goes, we've got Gauntlets with way too much mobility. Pass on the chests because they're too low. Pass on the helmet, and pass on the boots. Armor is trash for the Titan. We'll go over the other characters in just a moment. Hawkman has Snapshot. I personally go with Rangefinder. Not too bad though in terms of handling. And then we've got a DMT with Snapshot as well. I personally go with Vorpal, so we'll pass on both of those. Now we'll pull up all the other armor, and then we'll also be talking about a leveling hack you can do. So right now, if you look at my Warlock's gear score is 1774. But if you scroll over on Xur right here, you can see that I can actually grab a gauntlet on my highest character that's 1780. So basically, I can just grab this right now, and I will do so for the sake of this video. And now, on my Warlock, I have a 1780 gauntlet that I can infuse up. Normally, my highest gauntlet was a 1772. So this is huge for me and huge for leveling. Use your highest character right now and go to Xur and buy this armor systematically as much as you can and wherever you can find it, and level up. Free leveling at Xur. All right, next we'll go through the armor on all the other characters. We got Vendor, we got a Hunter. The Hunters have a pair of gauntlets with 64 stats overall, really high resilience, mobility, intellect, and strength. A decent roll, not a must-have. The chest piece is okay with 61 stats and decent distribution. The helmet is a 64 stat, high resilience, high intellect roll. Probably pass on that. And then we've got a super high strength pair of boots, 29 strength and 16 recovery. That's a pretty unique pair of boots, but really not the stats we're looking for. Warlocks have a pair of gauntlets with a little too much mobility, so we'll pass on the gauntlets. The Future War Cult set is a nice set though. And then we've got this chest piece is really nice. We've got 22 recovery, 14 discipline, 15 intellect. That's a decent chest piece. I guess I would rather have resilience instead of intellect, but not too bad. The helmet, way too much mobility. Pass on that, and way too much mobility on the boots, so hard pass on that. So the armor from Xur this week is pretty bad, but there's some weapons you got to grab. Get in there and get to grabbing this first and last out. Trust me, do not miss out on this. Grab this weapon, and make sure you're subscribed here with notifications on if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button. See you in the next one. Later.